everybody, and welcome to another session of Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations with Chaos Counseling. Woo! Oh my gosh, here we go. We already read this stuff, so shit, what are we even fucking doing?
It has been a while.
It has been a long while.
Let's see. Okay, I remember now. We are doing the case.
He's talking about what he's witnessed the day of the death.
Yeah, with the day of the death. Which, speaking of, I was looking at the timeline so that I could know like when I had to get the videos.
Oh, right.
I found out when Glenn died, and it said December 3rd.
And you flipped out.
And I freaked out. I was like, oh no!
We're late!
But then I double checked, and it's like, Phoenix takes this case a month later, and I'm like,
You felt like crying.
I found out like the date, like on December 2nd.
Jeez. Oh man, I'm surprised you didn't like just text me in a freaking.
I almost did. I was like, Abby knows what she's talking about, though.
Abby knows.
Abby must know,
right?
So, yeah, I almost texted you at like 9 a.m.
He took just one sip.
You youngins, you waste everything. Those Javachinos cost $8. In the good old days, we would have drank every last drop, eaten the cup, and then died.
Congratulations. You have earned the title of battiest man to grace a courtroom.
So, it was an immediate death. Well, what's
Potassium.
with potassium cyanide, I suppose that is possible.
With banana cyanide.
Wrong case!
Wrong case. No. Oh yes, he slumped over without so much as a twitch. I felt the Javachino I just drank turn sour in my stomach.
Oh, yes. I know the feeling. And the waitress? I presume she is...
You said, I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Did you have any particular features that you can identify her by?
Particular features? It's a disgrace, that's what it is.
Sorry?
You can see all the way up to her. You know, she's practically naked in that uniform.
So the particular feature you recognized about the waitress is her outfit? But anyone could wear just such a uniform, even me.
Pictures of it are amazing.
Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image.
No.
Maya just hands him her uniform. It's like, here you go, Nick. Get in it. Don't get all excited, Nick. You've got to keep yourself together.
I guess I got a bit carried away.
He literally starts stripping and trying to get into it. It's like, oh my gosh, Nick, calm down.
I mean, again, I know this is Japanifornia, not real-life America, but I do know, my dad told me that if a defense lawyer actually brings, that the only thing the witness knows about them is their outfit, they can bring, like, two people in wearing the same outfit, and if they can't tell who's who, then they're no longer a viable witness.
Huh.
Again, I know that's not applicable here, but it is something I did find very interesting.
That is interesting.
There are other things I recognized about her, too.
Her poops.
Shh, you can see so much.
Seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. But what matters is whether that waitress was Maggie Bird or not.
Quite right. Mr. Kudo, these other features that you recognized about the defendant, I would ask you to add them to your testimony.
Sure.
I wasn't sticking
There was a ribbon in her hair, and her apron straps were loose.
Yes, that's still the uniform, dipshit.
You do seem to remember several details about her appearance.
They're all uniform related.
But what about the most crucial detail of all? Her face.
Well, I was...
As if I would remember that.
Actually, you wouldn't. His camera was just going up her skirt. He never looked at her face.
The witness noticed the straps on the accused apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face.
You're an idiot.
That's right. I can even tell you the color of the ribbon in her hair. It was red.
Uh-huh. So you say there's nothing wrong with this witness's eyesight.
There's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's something more to this somehow. The identifying features you described are all things you would see from the back.
So what?
Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all?
Ha! He's got you there, Gramps.
People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But this witness's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons.
This is harassment! I tell you, I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons! I'm just telling you what I saw!
I mean, if
You're
you read
going
the right
old
fan
bag.
fiction.
You're going old bag. Don't go old bag.
Oh! As I slip in her voice.
Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you don't go old bag and add the details about any identifying features. Features you observe from the front, that is to your observe from the front, that is to your testimony.
Sure. This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer.
That's not the only thing that's getting longer.
Nick, do I just... No, Nick.
And if I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll get even longer, I bet.
Nick, stop.
If anyone wanted to know what that noise was,
Luke's just throwing everything he can at Sunshine.
She
Anything
threw a
he can
battery
find.
at me.
it was
Oh, an old battery at you.
there was a bag, there's a battery, there's a
bat,
pin,
a bud,
there's a
some
wrapper.
wrappers. He's throwing more wrappers.
Yeah.
He's, don't throw my badge or my crochet hooks, please. What is that even? Why are you
a
throwing legendary
postcard.
Pokemans?
I've already used it.
Not my phone case.
It's your old phone case.
Still, there wasn't anything that caught my interest about her. Oh gosh! Leg.
That's what that was.
You didn't find anything to be distinct, but you did clearly see the witness's face, yes?
No question about it. I didn't come this far to back down now. Victor Kudo never backs down.
Okay.
That's not the answer I was looking for, but okay.
This has turned into a matter of pride for old Seedy now, I guess. Wonder if he really did see Maggie's face or not.
Like I thought, we need some concrete proof of this. Proof that the old guy didn't see the waitress clearly from the front.
Ask her about
Do you
her
think
ass.
old Seedy really saw Maggie do it?
Well, he probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there.
But he was there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitress.
I guess. She makes a good point, though.
Hey, did I just say something clever?
No.
Unintentionally, maybe.
Nick, you party pooper.
I wonder if the waitress Mr. Kudo saw really was Maggie.
That's what we have to figure out, Nick.
I'm trying to remember if, like, because I feel like in this case in particular, there's a lot of, like, kind of roundabout ways to
There
do
is.
things.
It is.
And I'm wondering if that's just because I'm kind of used to how later games are, or if how previous games are. I don't know. It's been a while.
I mean, okay, the later games get outright absurd in their premises, but this one is just very unique in its cases, despite that.
I like all the games.
I love them all.
Yeah.
Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this.
That filthy thing would shoot filth like you just perfectly. Goes and ties it onto him. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like just after he's done eating.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever seen this before?
Of course I haven't. Do you think I'd forget something as dirty as that? Oh, you half-witted clot! What is it? Ever since I said you half-witted clot, there's been an eerie silence in here.
Mr. Kudo, this apron. It's the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning. As you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means, if you had really seen this apron before, Yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front.
Oops.
At least you accepted it with dignity. Unlike some people.
Witness!
You.
You can't just oops your way out of this.
Aww. But I'm so good at it.
Well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands, Mr. Trite.
You're.
Sunshine.
That didn't work.
Listen, Trite. Here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant.
That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird.
Exactly. And when that one waitress put the poison into the coffee cup, this old guy was watching.
I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest upon what you say you remember seeing.
Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps.
Say what you mean to say.
You can rely on me, Captain. My noggin's in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what burger a customer wanted. He can't remember? Probably more like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out.
Very well, let's test just how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo.
Who do you think you are, me?
Tell us what you remember about the victim.
Oh, I hope you don't become Kudo in old age.
Well, to be fair, I don't remember everything perfectly. It's just when it comes to stupid things, I remember it with absolute clarity.
He was another of those pesky young types, wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept wrestling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well.
Oh.
Then the serving girl in question brought over the Javachino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip.
His testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness' memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in great detail and a comfortable amount.
Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything.
Uh-huh.
What?
Sunshine!
How are we gonna handle this, Nick?
We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that this old man's memory is shot.
Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel?
Yes,
Deserves it.
Oh.
but it's what I do best.
Alrighty then, Nick.
Phoenix Wright, professional,
Professional
Alzheimer's
douchebag.
detector?
Kudo, tell me,
What?
what happened in the last episode of Flashback?
What?
So you've proven now that not only your memory is false, but you're a fake fan of the channel.
Oh.
I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding.
Wait, I'm confused.
But seriously, you should go watch Flashback.
You should.
You should.
There's a lot you can catch up on if you need content.
Yay!
That's the one series we will always pitch.
Yep.
Shamelessly.
It should.
It's kind of funny going back and listening to some of our older episodes. It's like, I'd love to pitch Custom Robo, but my lame jokes that I tried to make as earnest, and by lame jokes, I mean the jokes I was stealing, kind of make like the first 20 episodes unwatchable.
We kind of steal a lot of jokes.
I know, but that's my
You're the
personal.
best at that.
That's my personal biggest offense.
Gotcha.
Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory?
Excuse me.
I know. There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you. Nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song.
Please do.
Oh.
Can't you tell us where this is going, Trite? Mr. Wayne.
According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand.
I'm sorry. I forgot that he had a scouter on.
Yeah. Yeah.
He do.
While drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left.
What is this, kindergarten?
But I would like the court to please take a look at this.
That's the cup the victim used, correct?
Yes, and on the rim, you'll notice a mark left by the victim's lips.
Can you hear that?
There's a lot going on, so...
Okay, cool.
Yes, there's a stain left by the coffee.
If you can hear it, audience, Abby is getting...
I'm crocheting, I'm sorry. So my yarn is my balancer, like my counterweight for the mics. I just pull at it when I need more. So it makes some noise of the plastic bag.
If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand.
But how? But how?
Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance.
It'll make Macbeth weep.
You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song.
Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness had better go back to the park where he belongs.
Like a bird, he calls.
If you think I'm going to stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong. I don't care about that dirty coffee cup, but I know what I saw.
You still insist on your testimony.
Yes. That young Brad was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh, yes, no question. I'm a good, law-abiding citizen, I am. It's the dead young hotpot you spike-haired yahoo who are
Me?
Yeah. I don't think so, considering Yahoo is pretty much irrelevant in today's day and age.
Yahoo!
Shots fired, Yahoo.
Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already.
Don't call me old man, old man. Been around for 68 years I have. You can't ignore me.
I forget.
Listen to what I've got to say.
We don't know the judge's age, right?
No, we don't.
No.
Okay.
He's just there.
He's the judge.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but...
Sure, why not? Sure, why not hear a little more?
Mr. Godot.
Mr. Judge.
But this is my 16th cup of coffee.
Oh my gosh, dude, calm yourself.
How is you? You just don't have a bladder anymore, do you?
So this is your final stand?
Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor.
No, I can't.
Please rely on me.
That's an episode.
Oh, I guess we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Just try to imagine your testimony going up in flame and shame.
But that's my everyday life.
Then
Yes.
you have my permission to stop watching.